Hello, beautiful collective. It's your girl, Mama T, and I have a message for you. Today is February 12th, 2025, and there is a full moon today. Now, this is a timeless reading, but if you are watching this in or around this full moon or any full moon, this is a message from your spirit team on what kind of energy that you should be releasing during this full moon energy. So we are going to get straight into this message from Spirit. I now invite in your spirit team, ancestor, spirit guides. Any energy that has a message for your highest and greatest good is welcome in this space. I'm going to be using my Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle deck by Abiola Abrams. This deck right here is powerful, and I love it, and I feel like with the powerful energy of the full moon, it is perfect. So, all right, Spirit. Okay. The Chiefess, strength tested. So that's a strength card. And then ancestral force, completion. Okay. So first of all, two major arcana cards straight off the bat. And with this, we have number 8 and number 21. So number 3. I'm feeling this softness. But it's like your ancestors are calling you to release, like your spirit team is calling you to release during this full moon, the feeling that you have to be so strong. Like this lion on this strength card is like, yes, the lion is so ferocious and so brave and so strong, but also it's just a kitty cat on the other side, and it is very soft and it's very playful, and it has this ability to have balance and not only being able to be present in the space that they're in, not necessarily control the space that they're in, if that makes sense. And so it's kind of calling this softness to you to like release this feeling that you have to be so in control of everything. With the World card coming out, the ancestral force completion is the World. It's the World card. And so I'm feeling this release here is coming at the end of this cycle that you're completing of what I'm feeling to be this it's like the end of having so much weight. It's like this burden is being released because you've decided that root of water. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Yes, because you have finally decided that you're going to lean into that emotional, sensitive, like I said, soft. It's like the soft feminine energy, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. It's just the energy of receiving, the energy of I don't have to be in control. I don't have to be a workhorse. I don't have to always have so much resistance and like fight against, and like all of this like heavy energy like that can just be released. And the spirit is really releasing all of that heavy energy in your life in this new cycle, because like everything I feel in this world, I came to this conclusion today. The spirit brought this to me, that everything is in cycles, and that really our journey here is just learning to live through the cycles and not live in resistance of the cycle, because it's going to happen. It's inevitable. That's Earth. Literally everything is about growing and changing and evolving, and growing and changing, evolving and dying and being born anew and growing and changing and evolving. That's just like the energy of this environment that we live in. And so we have to be able to just go with that flow and not fight against it so heavily. And so with that strength, It's like your strength has been tested. Yes, your strength has been tested, I'm sure, millennia of times. You know how strong you are. So you don't have to live in that space. People who know who they are don't have to wear a banner on their chest that says who they are, because they know who they are. And if you're sure of yourself, it doesn't matter really what anybody else thinks, because that doesn't have anything to do with you. That has everything to do with them. And so this root of water coming out, oh, highly sensitive. This is the Ace of Cups. And that alone is the energy of, no, Page of Cups, I'm sorry. The energy of, you're allowed to feel. Like, these new emotions that come through are coming up because you need to deal with them. You need to handle them. You need to move through them, not around them, not away from them. It's really the sense of like, I am allowed to feel. I want to read this one. The ancestors are nudging you in signs. Are you paying attention? Nature is speaking to you. This plant ancestor is empathetic and intuitive energy. Honor your feelings. Your creativity is ready to flow. Take advantage of all the creative opportunities coming your way. This is a hibiscus flower, okay? The root of water is a hibiscus flower. The yin energy comes forward from the people of the Caribbean, and they represent the moon, fertility, love, romance, and beauty. When I say this full moon energy, that is so funny. And it's a 10, because 2 + 8 is 10. Lean into energy of play. Your ancestors did not always have the gift and privilege of play. Allow yourself to be free enough to play in their honor. I choose to express my feelings openly and fully. Exactly what I said. Like, they even use the word play. Like, it's this feeling of like this soft energy that you are allowed to enjoy life. You don't have to work so hard. You don't have to force everything. It's okay to just kind of go with the flow and feel what you need to feel, and all of those sort of things, and not feel like you have to pressure, like everything doesn't have to be so pressure filled. Everything isn't so serious. And yes, we do manifest our lives every moment. And so when you begin to just allow the universe to give you, instead of you forcing everything, it's so much easier, and life becomes so much more simple, and it's not so heavy. It's not so heavy, you know? I am pulling from my Star Codes Astro Oracle, and the card is Resources, second house. And with this, that is so interesting, because maybe this is all coming to you to say that the spirit is wanting to bless you. But you have to be able to go with the flow and not try to force so many things, because what you think the blessing is and what the blessing actually is are two very different things. And you're thinking small. And you have to leave space for the universe's spirit to push you in the direction of those things that are larger than life and bigger than what you imagine them to be, because that's how we get into the next step. That's part of the cycle. The discomfort of growth, is part of the cycle. And they're really saying they have some gifts for you, but you have to be able to let go, because they've got you. Like, you got your world card in completion upright. Like, everything is coming to this in moment, because you've released all of these things. You've broken all these chains. You've went through all these cycles, and you have come out on the other side of them. And so they're like, now you have to stop trying to control so much, because we put you through all of these things so you would have the knowledge, not so you would try to control so the next situation doesn't happen that way. 10-10 on my timer as I say that. Okay, so for resources, if your chart was a village map, your second house would hold your bank, museum, warehouses. It symbolizes what you value, such as your body, your relationship to the material world. The second house also describes the phase of infancy where you're just discovering that you have a body, like your toes and your fingers, that you can taste and smell. Explore how you feel about money. So many people on the spiritual path have mixed feelings about money, their bodies, possessions, drawn to abundance, and at the same time wrestle with guilt or discomfort around desire. This approach avoidance conflict around the material world can make it hard to focus your efforts. It may send out mixed messages until the universe doesn't know how to respond to help you. The second house asks you to build a clear and congruent message about your relationship to your resources that you stand behind with integrity. Shift your energy towards what you value. This is where you can be a resource to others, and this is where you can get paid. Clean up your act in the material world, clean closets, pay bills, deal with other practical things that might appear mundane but can be a sacred act of aligning soul to the surroundings. Integrity creates a welcoming ground for bounty. Come up with a clear, integrated message to radiate out and then back that up with action. Looking for emotional and spiritual satisfaction in your stuff, it will never be enough because it never quite scratches that itch. Your skills, your resources, and your interests can all be sacred if you make an offering of your intention and engage your work for the benefit of all sentient beings. So, the release is around fear of not having enough, fear of there not being enough. And that's why you've worked so hard. Because you were like, I'm never not going to have enough. I'm always going to have what I need. I'm always going to live in this space of this because I worked for this and this is mine. But when you come from that approach, you don't allow the spirit to lead you and guide you and gift you to them, like according to them, because you have such a plan and you're sticking to your plan and you don't need any outside help because you got this. But we all know at the end of the day that everything that we do is for the highest and greatest good of all sentient beings. And so we can't be selfish with our control. Control is fear of not knowing what's next. And it's okay to not know what's next, especially when you know that you're guided and protected and being led to do what you're doing. So please release that lack mentality because that is holding you back from some beautiful gifts that the spirit has waiting for you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. Link is in my bio. If you would like a private reading, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel to help me help you keep going and so that I can go live soon. So thank you so much. Y'all have a good one.